Good morning, Thursday, the 21st of October. We are continuing our little sharing around the fall of Jerusalem, except we now jump some 70 years into the future. Babylon had come and conquered Jerusalem, just as Jeremiah had predicted. And the moot point is, if they had listened to Jeremiah, would Jerusalem have ever fallen? Obviously, historically, Jerusalem did fall. The people did not listen to Jeremiah. So it really is simply a moot question. But within Jeremiah's prophecies was that the people would return after 70 years. And so we jump ahead 70 years. Babylon itself, King Nebuchadnezzar, has been defeated by Cyrus, the king of Persia. And God moves, and this is important, God moves the heart of Cyrus, king of Persia, to permit the Jewish people to return. And he issues an edict. And you can find this in the book of Ezra, Ezra chapter 1. And the people are given permission to return to Jerusalem. They are given permission to rebuild the temple. This is exactly what Jeremiah had predicted. And so the people begin the journey back. But now what strikes me here is that so often as human beings, we disobey God, we reap the consequences. But it's almost always as if there's a little safety net, a parachute that God tacks on to his dealings with us, a way in which he never destroys us utterly. Now there have been some instances where people were destroyed utterly and they literally ceased to exist. You think about the 10 tribes in the north, the 10 Jewish tribes who call themselves Israel, and they have disappeared. Obviously, there are certain remnants of that tribe around, but they are gone. All that we're left with is Judah and Benjamin, and they lived in the area surrounding Jerusalem, which was their capital city. And so it is, those 10 tribes have gone by and large. But God brings Judah and Benjamin back. And of course, it is from the tribe of Judah that Jesus himself would determine his lineage. But God plans, but it's humankind that often must implement. Not always, because God can do whatever he likes and whenever he likes. But so very often, more often than not, God works through human hands. And although there is this disobedience, there are those who will be obedient. Jeremiah was obedient. You get the people of Ezra and Nehemiah who are obedient and return to rebuild the temple. So the question is, what is your obedience to God like? Will God be able to use you to achieve his will? Or are you the excuse for the consequence that will be meted out upon us? We pick up a similar theme in 1 Corinthians 16, the New Testament reading for morning prayer today. And there we see Paul encouraging the people to give so that when the time is right, they can send that gift to Jerusalem. God using the local people to benefit his church more widely. And of course, that introduces the rather scary and hoary fact that our giving will help grow the church. And our lack of giving will inhibit the growth of the church. So I must pause and ask, what is your giving to God like? Are you inadvertently inhibiting the growth of the church? And of course, it's not just up to one person to give, but it's all of us giving our fair share. And that combined amount, God can use to his advantage. So it's not only money, though, it's everything. Are you giving to God? Are you obedient to God? Are you doing what God is asking you to do so that his church, his world, his will, and his purpose for all of us can be made manifest? How would you rate yourself according to that question? Tough question. Folks, we'll chat again tomorrow. God bless.